Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nostro, a new global financial layer that turns crypto into usable money for real business. Today, 3.5 trillion sits in crypto, yet only 0.0045% of businesses accepted. That is roughly 16,000 companies globally. 89% of all crypto activity is still speculative. Even the largest crypto payment provider in the US, BitPay, processes about 1.5 billion annually. Compare that to Visa processing around 3 trillion per quarter. This is not small inefficiency, it's a structural failure. Crypto doesn't function in the real economy. At the same time, all conditions for a phase shift already exist. A $3.5 trillion global crypto market, regulatory frameworks, mature infrastructure, over 700 million holders, and more than 550 million active wallets. The only thing missing is business adoption. If this disconnect feels irrational, it is because it is. And when a market this large is structurally broken, it doesn't stay broken, it gets rebuilt. The only question is, who builds it? The core idea behind Nostro is simple. Crypto must work for business the same way fiat does. Seamless, legal, no integration. But that is not enough. For businesses, crypto must be cheaper than fiat and operationally safe. The same applies to individuals. Nostro is not a product. It's financial infrastructure that resets how money works. Today, crypto is held as a speculative asset. Inside Nostro, it becomes real money, used, not held. Cheaper, faster, integrated into real economic activity. We mapped every barrier to adoption, then removed it. Crypto fails as money, volatile assets are speculation. Stablecoins are more expensive than fiat and trapped inside trading and DeFi. Low-value tokens run on hype and do not create utility. None of this works for business, so we rebuild the system. We introduce a new financial layer with its own asset model. Inside the system, these assets perform all functions of fiat money. Outside, they operate as native crypto assets. Issuance is controlled and driven by real economic demand, not speculation. Distribution is structured to reward early participants and strategic actors. The shift is already forming. The only question is who captures it. A common reaction we hear is that something like this already exists in places like Singapore, Japan, or China. It doesn't. There is no real equivalent to Nostro. If there were, crypto would already be used in everyday business. Try paying with crypto at McDonald's, Amazon, or Walmart. You cannot. This is not a missing feature. This is a system that has never been built. We define a real competitor by 5 conditions. Fiat and crypto accounts unified in one place for businesses and individuals. Payments that move freely across borders and to third parties. Fully remote onboarding. Payment cards that spend directly from crypto. Full banking level compliance with KYC and AML. Miss one and it breaks. Miss more and it's not a competitor at all. Building this required regulated banking infrastructure, crypto architecture, payment rails, and full compliance, all integrated into one unified financial system. It takes years, it takes millions, and it has to work from day one. Today, no one has it. While others are still assembling the pieces, we are building the system that defines the market. We are building Nostro at the intersection of deep technical and financial expertise. We have spent over 15 years operating in real business, investments, and the banking sector, including regulated environments where execution and compliance are non-negotiable. This is exactly the combination required to build a system like Nostro. Today, we are assembling a core engineering team with deep fintech experience already working on the Nostro simulation infrastructure. This is not a concept. It's a system in development. We are not exploring this model, we are executing it. Now that competition is clear, let's talk about what matters to venture capital. Traction, scale, return, and timing. We cannot show traditional traction yet because Nostro is not an app. It launches only as a regulated financial system with licenses, compliance, and fully integrated infrastructure. So, instead of early metrics, we show something different. A fully modeled business built on conservative assumptions and stress-tested across scenarios. The full financial model is available in the data room, including revenue lines, take points, paid services, and downside logic. Even under this model, Nostro shows potential ROI from 15x at PE1 to 375x at PE25. This sits within standard fintech infrastructure ranges. PayPal historically trades around 18 to 28, Visa around 22 to 30. With additional monetization layers, modeled ROI can extend up to 875x. This is not a stretch case. The model is built under deliberately reduced assumptions with upside driven by system-level monetization. The reason is structural. 3.5 trillion crypto market already exists. Almost none of it enters real business. Nostro is built to unlock that flow. This is not a demand creation play. It's infrastructure for capital that already exists and is waiting to move. That's why 5 million euro can unlock a system projecting 3.5 billion euro in net profit over 5 years. At this scale, 3.5 billion is not an aggressive outcome. It reflects early access to a functioning system. Here is the core point. Nostro is built to scale at the level of infrastructure, not at the level of user acquisition. In this model, distribution costs approach zero because growth is driven by institutions. Even small fintech that offers only a crypto card on top of existing banking rails can acquire hundreds of thousands of users within 1 to 2 years. That demand already exists. Nostro captures that demand at a structural level. Unlike traditional fintechs, we do not monetize transactions. Transactions are free. Value is captured at the infrastructure layer through system dynamics and capital flow. The system is designed as a closed economic loop where liquidity circulates and generates cash flow from real business activity. Exit is the most expensive action. Staying inside is economically optimal. Scalability comes from institutional integration. Any bank or financial institution can join the network. Each integration brings an existing base of businesses and millions of users into the system instantly. Banks are only the starting point. The system expands across the entire financial stack. This is not linear growth, it's a network expansion. Geography is irrelevant. Any major market can connect and access multi-trillion liquidity already held by users. Businesses gain demand. Users gain a way to spend. Banks generate revenue. Nostro captures the flow at the infrastructure level. At that point, not participating becomes a competitive disadvantage. Businesses adopt Nostro to access new liquidity and increase revenue. And once inside, the system economics make living irrational. This is how network capture begins. Once it starts, it compounds. Are there risks? Yes. Nostro carries standard early stage fintech risks, and we assume you understand them. What matters is how risk is structured and contained at the system level. Nostro is built with full reserve backing. The system is designed to withstand a bank run scenario and cover 100% of obligations with fiat reserves. The only active risk layer is overnight bank exposure, one of the lowest risk instruments in the financial system. Everything else is eliminated or structurally constrained by design. The model avoids the core risks that define crypto today. The internal asset is not designed for speculation. Issuance is tied to real economic demand and acts as a stabilizing mechanism, not as a speculative driver. There is no reliance on liquidity pools, no exposure to impermanent loss. Participants are not forced into risk to generate yield. Value is created through real economic activity inside the system. The primary risk vector is regulatory, not technical. Nostro is structured to launch under a specialized Lithuanian banking license within the European Union framework. Existing regulations such as EMD2 and MiCA already provides a legal basis for operating digital assets at scale. The system is built to operate inside that perimeter from day one. We do not remove risk. We define it, isolate it, and control it at the system level. To close, we offer early investors differentiated terms aligned with the scale of this opportunity. Part of the structure is already outlined on our website, with additional elements to be released with our WeFounder campaign. Investing in Nostro today is not just equity exposure, it's early access to a system designed to capture global financial flows. The upside is driven by infrastructure, not speculation. This is a timing opportunity. The market already exists. The capital is already there. The only missing layer is infrastructure. Early capital sets the rules. Late capital accepts them. There is no middle position. Either you are a part of building the system or you will be paying to use it. Thank you.